Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today is going to be a truly epic game featuring Artosis and Hajun here on Eclipse. Top right, going to be a red Protoss. It is Hajun, and in the bottom left we got ourselves Artosis, the one and only Artie. Had a subscriber of mine contact me through Twitter and say, Artosis just played this game. Please get the replay and cast it. So I contacted Artosis. He said, yep, here it is. As always, he's a super duper nice guy. And yeah, he said, if you want me to let you know what happened at the ending, I will explain it to you. But I watched the VOD of it over on Artosis's channel. It was edited, it was sped up, and I got the gist of it. So, I'm not going to tell you anything else that happens, okay? Okay, cannon rushing? Are we cannon rushing, Hajun? Here on Eclipse. And Artosis does not see this. Just, you know, happily constructing a supply depot. Oh, I'm just a scouting probe. I'm gonna steal your gas. Where? Is there a forge coming up? You don't have enough money for it. You used your minerals for the gas steal, and 150. Okay, man. So we're cannon rushing. I kind of feel like maybe if Hajun hadn't stolen the gas and been so obvious about it, that Artosis wouldn't have suspected a cannon rush, right? Yeah, so SCV scouting. Hey, look! A forge! Neat! Alright, so this probe needs to die. Double racks. Double racks opening here. And the probe's just, you know, scouting around. I know you can't build a factory because I stole your gas. 2 racks opener, eh? Yes. Can we kill the probe? He mines some gas from the assimilator. What is he's not even trying to cannon rush? He got scouted. He's like, I guess I'm going home. Bam! And then a Nexus goes down. Oh, this is so amazing. Dude, how is he alive? Yeah, I don't think we need to spend any time killing this forge. I really don't. You know, Artosis is a million times better at StarCraft than I am. I'm not going to second guess him too much here, but being able to observe a game and cast it, it just gives you better vision of what's going on, right? Yeah, I mean, seriously, send an SCV across, build a bunker. Oh, I guess killing... Okay, fine. So killing the forge prevents cannons from coming up, but it's too late. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Trying to kill that forge prevents cannon defense. And on the other side, the SCV's like, it was a Nexus first after the failed cannon rush. What an absolute gutsy play from this Protoss. Absolutely gutsy stuff. And I know I've had a lot of epic games recently. I feel like I have anyway, and it's just like, no. If they're epic, they're epic. I don't know what to tell you. And I think no one's disagreed with me on any of the epic tags that I've put out over the last month or so. So I try not to have them this often most of the time, but if the games are epic, they're epic. I don't know what else to tell you. So yeah, we're safe. There's a cannon up. Did this one... Canceled one. Okay, fair enough. Canceled one of them. Wanted a bit of a refund there. Going for an assimilator and a pylon here, so he's not supply blocked. Try to avoid that in games of StarCraft, it turns out. His SCV is continuing to scout around. Artosis, yeah, 2 racks opening. Let's move into a factory as soon as we can. Is he floating this for scouting purposes? Is he floating this to get it on the other side of the map? That could be interesting. I'm not going to say no to it. Second base is now coming in from Artosis, who is moving to Canada, actually. After, fairly soon, like after the season of GSL, the season 3 that's coming up here. I think they're doing qualifiers already, and Raynor is playing in it. Oh, right, but yeah, that's StarCraft 2 stuff. You don't care about it. Anyway, he still, I think, is going to be able to cast ASL remotely, I believe. That's the last thing I heard about it, but I can't guarantee that's what the result will be. But yeah, Eclipse is a map that is split in half. It's not like Third World, where you can't get there unless you're a worker. So I don't know what this is. Other than scouting, he's just checking for proxies with this barracks, I guess. He's like, I don't need 2 barracks. What are you talking about? He's getting up here, but that doesn't give him access to anything. Okay, killed a probe. That's nice. I guess it just means the third base is a little bit harder to take for the Protoss. It's throwing a bunker up here, too. I kind of love that, actually. It's like, hey, I know you want to take a third because you're Protoss, and you want to expand 1,000,000 times before I even get my third base up. But nope. I'm going to throw a little bunker up here, get some Marines in there. You're going to have a hard time with it. I like it. That's a smart play. Again, Artosis is a great player. He's gotten a lot better, too. Scan's been coaching him. He's been just playing so much out on Twitch, and he's just got such a huge following out there. They love him a lot. There is a whole culture of memes over there that gets about 3 or 4 layers deep at this point, and yeah, I mean, if you're into that stuff, be sure to check out Artosis on Twitch, and at the very least, subscribe to his YouTube channel. I think I can recommend that for you. Because I know a lot of you guys don't like going to different platforms. A lot of you guys are like, Twitch? Bleh, right? I'm not into Twitch. But then, if it's on YouTube, maybe you will. Either way, this is really bad play. You're just going to lose the Zealot, man. Yeah, back it out there. Back it out there. There's 2 Marines in that bunker. And even if there's just 1, I think it's not worth another. Dude, look at him denying expansion attempts. He's going to land the barracks here, I think, and deny this expansion attempt, too. Okay, I love this. This is really creative stuff. And what's fun about this is it's a high-level game, but it's not pro. So you have a lot more experimentation going on here. Like a lot of the games that I cast, you can kind of tell what's going to happen over the next couple of minutes. It's the same beats. It's the same strategies, right? Although I did cast an amazing game last week between Rush and Action that I'm not going to spoil, but was definitely non-standard in a very interesting way. So if you want to check that out, go back to the channel, check out Action versus Rush. Another announcement, I did stop posting my StarCraft 2 stuff on this channel. It just wasn't getting any attention, and it was just kind of drowning out the attention I was getting for the Brood War stuff from y'all. So you're happy to hear that, I'm very sure. But if you are a StarCraft 2 fan of mine, I still have my second channel, StarCraft 2 for Falcon Paladin. Going to post my stuff out there. I'm still casting StarCraft 2, which is on the second channel from now on. That's it. So that's the announcement, all right? All right. What is happening? It's 38 to 40 workers. Artosis is doing great economically. He is working on the siege mode upgrade. Wow, faster shuttle movement. It's a really fast gravitic drive upgrade here from Hajun. Or Hajun, like Hajun, right? Is that what we're going for here? I'm going to call him Hajun. Yeah, so Dragoons are like, oh, where can I expand? Not here? Cool. Can't expand here. Bad. Also can't expand here. Huh. This is amazing. I don't know if it's worth... Like, I'm sure a professional Terran would be like, this is not worth it, Artosis. Don't do this. But for him, at his level, you know what? He likes it. Awesome. Like, really, really cool stuff here. On board. More factories coming in, because of course factories are coming in. There's little timings with 2, 3, 4 racks attacks you can do to destroy a Protoss player early in the game before they get any Storm or Reavers out. This is bad micro, though. Like, get both of your Dragoons up here. So, he just outranges it with the Observer. That's fine, too. Totally works. So it's third base, like, 8.5, 9 minutes for the Protoss. That's not great. It's actually pretty bad news. Artosis looking good. Up 50 to 42 total workers. He's all set up back home with a bunch of siege tanks already. He really didn't go for vultures early at all. Just those tanks. He is a player that can tend to being a little bit turtley as a Terran. And, you know, the best ones are very active with their vultures at this stage of the game and through the rest of the game, but it's a lot. It is a lot to keep track of, to try to be aggressive with your vultures throughout the entire game. So Artosis, he's doing better at it, for sure. In some of the games that I've cast of his and games that I've watched of his, he's doing that. And we might see some of that here. We might just see a little bit of some turtling Tosis here as well, though. No promises. Anyway, there's a third base coming up from Hajun, top left. Like, that's where he's taking it. It's almost, it is a ninja. Like, location-wise, it's a ninja. I'm really shocked he didn't just take this one, unless it's just a matter of he wants Artosis to think it's a 2-basing Protoss, which historically is very different from a 3-basing Protoss, for sure. Up flies in, dies at the turret placements, very nice. Machine Shop working on Vulture speed, because of course we're going to have a ton of Vultures. Just because he likes tanks early doesn't mean he's not going to make any Vultures at all. That'd be stupid and impossible. You decide to mass Zealot. Intelligent stuff here, right? And Spider-Mine's getting researched at the same time. I think that one just finished on this Machine Shop, so très bien indeed. On the other side, Reavers are on the way, and shuttles have speed, so we're going to see some Reaver droppage here. Some really dangerous stuff for everyone. Terrans, Protoss, and Zerg are like, Reaver drops, where? And then they run for their lives, right? They flee. yeah, hit that like button if you're excited for this game. I mean, it hasn't been crazy yet, but I promise you we're going to get there. I mean, the little attempted cannon rush and the gas steal, it's a fairly standard thing. We don't see a lot of it on the channel because it's not something that professional Protoss will do all that much. Anywho, throw down a spider mine. You got those, right? No. What? Did he must have dropped them out somewhere else already. Oh no. Why are you fighting that? I guess you killed it. Fair enough. Falcon was wrong. They killed that dragoon. I mean, not killing these ones though, that's for sure. Fare thee well, Vultures. 4th base coming up at the 3rd base location from Hajun. Up to 56 probes to 62 SCVs. Still waiting on a 3rd base here for our dude, Artosis. Just hanging back. The Vultures have been scampering around. I like it. Forcing the Protoss to at least respond to them. Forcing the Protoss to run around with an Observer and Dragoons instead of just Dragoons, because you never know where Spider Mines are going to be. Does he unload? Wow, so scouts the Reavers. Sacrifices a Vulture for that, but knows the Reavers are out. That's great, and knows where they are, too. That's totally worth it. More Vultures cruising out here. I love it. I'm really on board here. I'm really shocked he hasn't taken this 3rd. It's pretty easy to take and pretty easy to defend. Just a little bit late is all. We're 11 minutes into this thing. Anyway, we got Zealots. We got the High Templar. Cool. So that splash damage is neat. Vulture's getting picked off by the Speedy Shuttle. Vultures say, no, we saw what happened to our buddies. Let's not go ahead and take any of those scarab shots to the face, shall we? Yeah, not really going to happen, is it? There you go. 3rd base coming in. Landing very nicely and everything. Excellent. So 12 minutes on that 3rd. We got a 4-basing Protoss here. So, okay. Doing fine. If Protoss takes another base, like this one perhaps, which is being defended at the moment by Reavers, sort of. If a probe comes up here, the Vultures will kill it. It's nice placement there by Artosis for sure. And we got ourselves some Dragoons cruising down. Remember that OBS I was telling you about? Oh, you sort of left the OBS, huh? The OBS is like, I'm off to scout, boys. Don't run into any spider mines you can't see. And the Dragoons are like, how do we know we can't see them? Ooh, good snipe there, too. Vulture control. I'm just worried about these Dragoons more than anything else. Ah, good spider mine hit. Well, it takes down a missile turret. And... well, actually, hold on. Spider mines don't affect buildings, so never mind. Dragoon must have killed it. At the same time, it died to the spider mine. Weird. Very strange indeed. Arbiter tech coming in off of 4 base. A little bit late, maybe, but we're at 13 minutes, so it's not too crazy. Storm getting researched. The High Templar have been out for some time. Yeah, they're well over 100 energy each there. These are going to be some pretty high-level Stormy boys when they finally get the spell that makes them useful, you know? All right. I see you, Vulture. I see your frowny face. What are you so sad about? I mean, you die real easy to most things. So maybe that's why you're sad. Understandable, good sir. Have a nice day. All right, so this shuttle's dead. You might as well unload. Oh, wow. All right. Well, man, once you've taken like 8 hits from a missile turret, just unload. There wasn't a tank up here. Unloading here would have gotten some damage on these SCVs. Maybe killed a comm stat. Like, they could have done some work, but instead nothing happens. That was pretty poorly executed on Hajun's part. Get her an amulet. Research. EMP. On the way. Both players accomplished spellcasters in their own right. This is not just going to be, you know, a lower level PvT where it is entirely Dragoons and Zealots and Tanks and Vultures and maybe some Goliaths, you know? Heck no. We're going to get a ton of High Templar play, a ton of Arbiter play, ton of Science Vessel, EMP, Defensive Matrix play. As Artosis calls it, D-Matrix, to just save time. I think that's what he calls it anyway. If I remember, that's what he called it in the video that I watched of this very game, which cuts a ton of stuff out because it's a long game and he wants to keep the video to a decent time. Yeah, that'll be more obvious and evident later on. But yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basing Protoss. Looking good. 3 basing Terran is traditionally, again, real scary. That's a lot of Zealots. Holy smokes, that's a ton of Zealots, though. Very Zealot-heavy comp, and the tank count's pretty high. I don't know. A lot of Vultures, though. Both players about maxed out. About 185 each. I consider 185 to be maxed out because they're so close to having 200 supply. They're effectively going to have as big an army as they're ever going to have, right? Recall getting researched. I don't see why you would skip that in this matchup, to be honest with you. And yeah, look, here's the thing. The Vultures come in. If you bring like 3 tanks with them, man, these Vultures are brave. Check them out. These Vultures are like, oh, there's like 4 cannons here. We don't care. We have +1 attack. Rah, no, +2 attack. Apologize. Rawr. Is this working? Man. I mean, no. We didn't kill all the cannons, but sure. 3 of them, 4 of them died. That's pretty nice. And jumping into this base that also has cannons at it. Some probes are getting sacked. This is great. This is fine. You're going to lose some Vultures, but whatever. Keeping the probe count low for Hajun's going to be very fantastic. Spider-Mine's getting thrown out while you're out there as well. Very good. And this observer recognizing this is a safe place to go, so Dragoons are traversing through this area, no problem. Is this a double? Yeah. Woof! 4 High Templar and 4 Zealots and 2 shuttles from Hajun. Let's go. Let's come down that left side. Let's see what we can get done, boys. I don't know what killed you. Must have been a Spider-Mine. I don't see any tanks in this vicinity. Man, Artosis is very willing to engage with Dragoons and cannons with his Vultures. I like it. It's aggressive, and he's getting some work done with it. It's not just complete waste at all. It's effective to some extent. Both players start to build up some banks here. We haven't had any really big engagements here in 16 minutes at all, but, you know, it's okay. You don't have to have constant engagements and fights in every game, although most of the ones that I cast do tend to follow that pattern, right? The ones that I find in replay packs and the ones that RJV sends me are not. And then both players maxed out over 15 minutes, and then there was one big engagement, and then somebody GG'd out. I try to do the ones that are active. These Dragoons are not running. Hajun's not expressing a lot of micro here today. His macro's great. Look at this. Look at these guys running in. Oh, one of them just killed. Oh my gosh. The fail. One shuttle died without unloading anything. I think the other one unloaded a High Templar, and then a tank killed it instantly. Oh my gosh. So Hajun's tried to do some drops, and he has failed miserably. Miserably. All right, siege tanks firing away on this top left base of Hajun's. He has nothing to defend it at all. He's got like 5 Dragoons over here. He has a million. He's setting up for a recall, I guess. But maybe, I don't know, priority might be defending one of your bases from a major onslaught would be nice. This is a beautiful spread of tanks. He's not overcommitting to this thing, but he's going to take it down. This is great. His upgrades consist of +2 attack and +1 armor. Arbiter comes in. All right. Nexus gonna die. Another Arbiter moving out. How about you? Do you have enough energy for it? Yeah, okay. Maybe the other one got EMP'd or... I guess. Man, this guy is not even trying to hide. He's just flying right over, right into this base. Massive Ricola! Right here at this 4th base attempted by Artosis. Zealots chasing the tanks away. Vultures counterattacking on the aforementioned Zealots. Arbiters not taking any shots from anything, but their attack is really embarrassing, so it doesn't matter as much. Sure. Yeah, this is great. Going to take down this 4th base. Zealots are in here, taking down a ton of the SCVs. Artosis' response, he's trying to get up here and save it, but these Dragoons have +2 attack, +2 armor. They're really hitting hard, and that, I mean, I don't think saving that command center is really going to be possible here. Dragoons forcing the tanks to siege up, and yeah, he tries landing it, but bam! That goes down, knocking Artosis back to be a 3 base. So that is a base for a base. Base trade as pure as they are ever going to get. Hajun was like, maybe could we expand up here? I've got 5,000 minerals in the bank. Don't mind me. Artosis, like the good player is, instantly replaces the command center that got exploded and murderized. What are these probes? Hajun, what are these probes doing, man? Why are they hanging out? This is not a safe place for them. There could be vultures about. You don't know where those vultures are at all. And I guess maybe you're like, well, there's nowhere. I mean, every other base is pretty well saturated, if not maybe a little bit oversaturated. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Zealots coming through, sacking. It's like Zerglings, man. They're just eating spider mines with their bodies here. I don't know if that's how you want to do this, but all right, man. Yeah, Vulture's coming up. Siege boat. This is all dead. Goodbye. And then an attack up at the north side, too. Tries to do some work. Is that a recall up here? Or the Arbiter just kind of walk... I think that might have been a recall up here. That didn't do a whole ton. Yeah. So once again, Artosis just turtle up here, man. He's got 4 bases. He's pretty happy about that. Almost has 4 bases. He's got upgrades. He's 159 supplies. Got 2-2. Working on +3 attack for his mechanized units here. Another Arbiter. I mean, this is... Artosis is not a fan of the recall ability. I think he considers it an unimpressive thing to do is to recall on a Terran especially, because Terrans have such a hard time stopping it. Yeah, I hear you, man. What are you What are you doing? Hajun's sitting here at 117 supply. He's kind of chilling. He's taking these bottom right-hand bases, cannoning up against future Vulture attacks, which is good. Artosis maybe going to take this top left base for his half of the map here. And yeah, he'll be in a situation where Protoss is going to have more bases, but only 1. I think only 1 extra base compared to what he has. If we count, though, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases for Artosis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 for Hajun. Are there 11 bases on this map? That doesn't seem right. I'm miscounting somewhere. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 basing Artosis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. What? Am I blind, everybody? Is there an extra base here I'm not seeing? This is the one. This doesn't have an equivalent base on the other side of the map. So this is the one you got to fight over if, you know, you're trying to get a base count lead over on your opponent. Crazy. Oh, got hallucinated Arbiters down about right here, though. Right now. Here we go. So he's like, all right, last time drops down here were disastrous, but now I have blue Arbiters, and they're going to take all the damage, and my yellow Arbiter will actually do the recall, or just do it inside the main base. Sure, that seems reasonable, too. Bam! Massive recall here. And, yep, Artosis is like, ugh, right on top of all of my stuff. All right, cool. 22 minutes. Trying to stasis units on the ramp doesn't quite work out for him. Stasising the science vessel would prevent these cloaked units from being seen, but there's another science vessel here, so never mind. Target firing that just a little bit. Going after the academy, so future comsat stations can't be built is nice. Storming on the ramp so that Artosis can't get up here as easily as he wants to. All truly frustrating stuff here for our guy Artosis. But yeah, we're 23 minutes in, and every base has been taken. Well, actually, the top left was taken, and it's gone now. But it could be taken by Artosis if he wanted. He's sitting on about 2,000 minerals. Yeah, so these Dragoons, 3 kills, 2 kills, fine. I don't know if they're paying for themselves entirely, but, you know, not doing too poorly here. Science vessel, or some science vessels died, yep. Also, some supply depots went down. The academy died too, which is annoying, but he didn't kill any of the comsat stations. I guess if he wants to make one here, he can't, because there's not an academy. Making armory. He's got to have 2 armories, right? Because he's been going double upgrades, which you do. Maybe he lost an armory, too, so that's why he's replacing that one. Does he get this? Nope. Doesn't get that recall. Not at all. Not even a tiny bit. Amazing. Still waiting for this base to get taken. I think it'd be a great idea. But again, I'm watching this from a bird's eye view of everything that's happening. I'm omniscient. I know all things that happen in this particular match because I can see them as they happen. That's not how this works for our guy Artie, right? No. He can't see. He sees this zealot, and he knows there's an army here. He doesn't know what bases have been taken. He barely scanned them. I really wish that worked. I really wish if a Terran player scanned an area and they know there are buildings here, then you can see that they know that there's buildings there, you know? Yeah, this high ground position, nope, way too many zealots in here. These are 3-1-3 gateway units. Good spider mine hit. That's pretty nice. And then here we go again. Hajun trying to attack into a fairly entrenched position for Artosis. No, never mind. He swings cruises on out, back to this high ground, loses a couple dragoons as he's trying to retreat and get out of there. But yeah, 3-2 upgrades on these tanks are brutal. We know the upgrades are brutal. They're always the brutalist. Once again, though, if Zealots can get on top of the tanks, that's your counter. Its problem is that they're being escorted by Vultures, and that's where things get real dicey. Supply block tiers Artosis after losing the aforementioned supply depots. He is replacing them. He's making, there we go, taking this top left base. Pretty minimally defended, but I guess he's mostly worried about the Protoss presence in the middle of the map. And he might actually try, how does Zealot get down here? I think he honestly walked down here, which is funny. That's actually very funny. Recall, yeah, recall top left. Yeah, like I said, pretty undefended location. And then recall shows up and is going to try to take down that command center. It's really only 3 dragoons, though. They got +3 attack and everything, which is nice. Oh, okay. Zealot's getting right on top of these tanks, though. Ow. 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 Spire Mine's almost making that worse. Amazing storm. Like, truly incredible storm there. And command center, if it ran, it could survive, but I don't think it's doing that. It stopped running. It might survive anyway, because buildings don't burn down super duper quickly, and the SCV comes in for the save. Here we go. Artosis actually trying to kill a base for the second time today. Great. Coming to this base down here at the 5 o'clock position. Siege is up while he's taking tank shots. Is he going to recall on this? Oh, he does! He recalls right on top of this defensive recall. Gets a beautiful storm on those tanks. He's not going to wipe out this entire army, but he's going to slow down, I suppose, the death of this base a little bit. Tanks at the back need to move up to the front if they can. Look at this Arbiter. Dude, this Arbiter just killed a siege tank. 1 kill. Very proud. Very proud Arbiter here today. Where are our Goliaths? Goliath count seems low. There's a bunch of them over here, but that's not going to help. This tank, where did he come from? I don't know. He's completely dead, though. Low ground to high ground. Not a place you want to be. Especially if there's High Templar on the high ground. Goliath's taking serious hits, and there we go. Ends up saving the 5 o'clock base with beautiful storms and attacking from the high ground down to the low ground. Vultures come in. Oops, snipe a High Templar. Spider Mines do connect on a couple of those dragoons. Très fantastique. Very nicely done. Muy bien indeed. Okay, so the big news here is that Artosis is not able to take this top left base, which seems very problematic. And the Protoss has been able to hang on to this 5 o'clock, and as well as this, we'll say, 11 o'clock, 11:30 base. So as far as economy goes, I don't know. It's hard to know, right? Who has lost the most resources? Because unless it's the Protoss losing a lot more resources here, the fact that Artosis has a lower income is going to be a big problem for him the longer this game goes on. Spider Mines are detectors, but only for themselves. This Arbiter's like, yo, my friend over there killed a siege tank. He's got 2 kills. Maybe he killed 2 siege tanks. I don't know. Yeah, so Artosis is like, well, I tried moving out. It didn't go all that well. Both players, ooh, Hajun, 200 total supply. Artosis is at 170. Top left base, hanging, maybe. Yep, gonna flip that command center all the way back down. This was injured all the way down to like 90 HP. Got repaired up, floating back over. It's one of the benefits of being a Terran. There are some of those. Meanwhile, more and more Arbiter play. I haven't seen a fleet beacon come through here. A carrier transition seems like it'd be pretty viable. How did he get... Ah! Double recalls across the sky! What does it mean? Holy smokes. Alright, he clears it sort of out. He just... Spider Mine's doing friendly fire. Oh, he's sad. Science Vessel is taking direct hits to the face too by these really mean dragoons, but the siege tanks will deal with them. No worries. Another Arbiter sneaking its way out here. I mean, the recalls have just been pretty consistent. Although, you know, as I always say, when's the last time you saw a recall on a Terran base that just won the game? I don't think it happens very much, you know? You sure? I'm not saying you can't do any damage here. Like, a lot of tech buildings have died, and SEVs have died, and units have died trying to save this. Just wanders in. I assumed he was going to recall. You might as well. I don't know. Maybe if you realize it's just suicide for all the units you recall in there, you just abort mission and just eat the Arbiter instead of everything you were going to recall. Goes for it again. Dude, the number of Arbiter deaths in this game is insanely high. Crazy, crazy insanely high. Oh, okay, sure, just recall here. Weird place for it. But, I guess then you want to attack up a ramp into a very well-defended Terran spot. Actually, this is not as well-defended. It's a couple tanks and some spider mines. Zealots can handle that. This, a lot more defended. The Dragoons tried to deal with it, failed utterly miserably. Well, it's still kind of free. Well, taking down this armory seems like a pretty nice deal. No further upgrades would be pretty hot. Also preventing the construction of more Goliaths if the armories are all gone. That's kind of nice, too. Oh, look at the repair, though. The repair! Heck yes, the repair today has been good from Artosis. Beautiful. Beautiful Maximus. More Dragoons in production. I mean, pretty much it. Arbiters and Dragoons. That's what we're building here today. It's a delicate balance, you know? How many Dragoons do you want versus how many Zealots? How many Vultures and Goliaths do you want versus how many Siege Tanks? If you don't have enough Siege Tanks, Mass Goliath or Mass Dragoon just wins. If you do have enough Siege Tanks, then Mass Zealots might win. You know, it's tricky. But the balance is difficult. So we're all mined out across the top side of the map here for Protoss. Still got these two bases mining, but for how much longer? That's the question. Artosis mining this top left is extremely important to him if this game turns into something where the entire map is mined out. Every single mineral he can mine right now will be the difference between winning and losing. Or, I suppose, could be the difference between winning and losing. I'm gonna sack some probes here. I guess that's what the intent is. This Arbiter sharking around. Once again, just like recalling in open ground. Which, okay. Good EMPs. Oh, no! Wait. Did we just not see an EMP connect on that one Arbiter? No, because that's it. He's got enough for a recall up here. Oh, that hurts. He definitely EMP'd this one, and I think that one took it too, but this one somehow dodged getting EMP'd entirely, and we've got more +3/3/3 Dragoons and Zealots up inside the main base for Artie. This is bad. These factories are dying. What's he going to focus down here? He's really, for the most part, focusing on these factories, which seems good. I mean, slower production of stuff is nice. Supply depots would be good too. A supply-blocked opponent can't do much to make more stuff to try to kill you. Really wants to kill science vessels. This is great. Dude, did he just he just did. Ah, he killed the science vessels. Whoop, the Arbiter's not covering these dudes. They're going to die. Back it out. Back it out. Gotta scan in. Okay, so gotta scan in. Another science vessel arrives. These Dragoons are just trying to get as much value as they can. And eventually, long-range siege tanks make sure that doesn't happen as much anymore. Big attack from Hajun coming from, I don't know, his main base, all the way to the top left. Is there enough defense here is the question. Well, a lot of it's down here. And it is about 5 siege tanks and some spider mines. Which doesn't seem like it's enough, and Hajun agrees. He's going to march right in here. EMP does catch the Arbiters that are going to die anyway from sitting in range of missile turrets. 100%. Defensive Matrix is up, trying to keep his tanks alive as long as Terranly possible during the incoming battle. Trying to save this command center by having a tank on the high ground, preventing and discouraging those Dragoons from getting on in there. And, oh, he gets the command center. One tank on the high ground he realizes is not really enough to discourage these Dragoons from just attacking everything anyway. Oh, he unloads High Templar into a war zone. Loses them all. I don't think they registered any kills either necessarily, but look at this tank, man. Defensive mate. Okay, it ran out. It ran out, but it saved enough time. Dragoons backed out. Dude, this is mined out too. This 5 o'clock base just got mined out. There's only one base mining for Hajun right now, and it is running out fast. It's 200. Everything is sub 300 minerals on these mineral patches. They will not last. Not last long at all. Good spider mine hits, though. Sick. The sickest of spider mine hits. Trying to rebuild top left. Artosis knows how important this base is. He does not have any other sources of income at all. Hajun's going to fight over it too. This is turning into a very, very important strategic location for both of these players. And I think Artosis is going to be able to hold this. He's got a bunch of his tanks unsieged to deal with these zealots. But man, 333 zealots and dragoons are really no joke. The upgrades are crazy good for Hajun right now. Keep trying to watch for more Arbiter stuff, because that's all he's been doing in this game is a lot of Arbiters. A couple attacks over ground for sure. Not enough energy. For what? For an Arbiter, maybe? For a Science Vessel, maybe? I think the message is the same for Science Vessels and for Arbiters. So that could be... oh, maybe enough energy for Hallucination from the High Templar. And then he turns them into Archons. Okay, he's like, oh, Archon's better here. Well, let's go. Hajun still has 5,000 minerals and 4,000 gas. Again, more hallucinated Arbiter stuff, and right on target. Ugh, so annoying. Ooh, several tanks die there. Friendly fire tank damage, maybe. Oh, did he recall up here too at the same time? Dude, Hajun's good at one thing. It's recalls. He's really getting some amazing connections here today. Insanely good. I don't know that I would continue to make Archons in a situation where EMP is a thing. There's a lot of EMPs that have been tossed on by Artosis here today. So Hajun is at about the same supply as Artosis is. He's got 3,500 minerals to 188 that Artosis has. He's got 3,400 gas to 2,800 gas that Artosis has. But again, gas is irrelevant unless there's minerals. Nothing in StarCraft just costs gas. I think we all know that. But yeah, this gas bank doesn't matter nearly as much if there isn't enough mineral income to support it. So yeah, hit that like button if you're enjoying this game. I mean, it's nuts. It will get more nuts, I promise. You can also support me directly at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin if you're a Patreon fan. You can support me directly by hitting the like button below this video too, and supporting me that way on a monthly basis. If you don't want to support me monthly, I get that. Maybe just a one-time donation at falconpaladin@gmail.com for the PayPal stuff. What is this? Hey, Jed, he just spent 4,000, okay, 3,000 minerals. And now he's just, what? Why? Why is he donating probes? I guess he wants a bigger army. Is trying to do friendly fire splash on these tanks. He's trying to do probe bombing. He forces these guys to unseat, and so the dragoons move in, which is hilarious. But some of the tanks are still siege. Artosis is too smart for that and chases the dragoons away. Fair enough, fair enough. Big 122 supply army here. A lot of probes died. We're down to 20 probes remaining. Yeah, this is mined out. This is mined out. This top left base, importante. Cannot express how important this base is right now. Oh, great EMP. Oh, EMP combined with his tank shot takes down that Arbiter incredibly fast. EMP is that group of gateway units. The EMPs are nice. The defensive matrices are nice, but not enough. And this top left base is going to die again. How many times has this base died? It died once for Protoss, a couple times. Artosis saved it once. So, I mean, like 4 times it's died in this game. It's an incredibly important location at this point, especially. But yeah, everything's mined out. That's it. There is no mineral income at all for anyone right now. Little long-distance mining shenanigans here. Hajun went somehow from a 4,000 mineral bank to 342 minerals here at 40 minutes. What? He spent it on dragoons and zealots. Makes sense. And archons, which again I'm disagreeing with. Look at this dance. Oh, it's such classic, right? How many times have you played StarCraft as Protoss and been like, all right, guys, turn into an archon, and they're like, oh, we're trying, boss. We're trying real hard, but we keep missing. Yay! Da 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 da! Great victory! 136 to 85 supply. Artosis is not doing hot. He irradiated a zealot, which is like, don't see that very much, but we're getting scrappy. Scrappy games. Scrappy games result in scrappy behaviors. Another irradiate. Ooh, look at that. Splash, 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 splash. This guy gets irradiated. Blah. Okay, so bruising up some of these zealots. I mean, losing shield isn't a huge deal, just because they regenerate fairly quickly. Vultures darting in and taking out a couple of these probes. Nice. Hajun, 14 total workers. He just... Dude, Hajun, where's your attention right now? Okay, he does get these probes out. I thought he was going to walk them into this death zone. He'd be very sad. Ah! Archon Dragoon attack! EMPs are good, though! Dude, seriously, why are you making so many Archons? Hajun, you're an insane person. Stop making... Oh my gosh, he's got more Archons. Yeah, stop making Archons, man. Okay, the MVPs of this match are Science Vessels. Say it with me. Science Vessels are the MVP of this match so far to the 41-minute mark. 41. Do I agree with this? It's not as nice as being able to irradiate a lurker or a defiler for sure, but whittling down the Protoss army while taking no damage of your own is pretty good. Massive recall into the main base. Part 14. Like, the 14th recall, man. The 5th or 6th in the main base alone today. Insane recalls. The Archons are back. They're like, we know you have some Science Vessels here, but they don't have enough energy to kill us, right? It's like, actually, not really. Huh. Lucked out on that one. And the push up the front. Pretty scary stuff, actually. And just irradiating the... Okay, these guys are getting irradiated. And they're not moving. Ah, they're on hold position. He's too busy microing down here, killing factories. He's killing supply depots, comsat stations. Oh, that was... Okay, that was huge. He just killed like 7 or 8 zealots for nothing, for the cost of like 2 irradiates. That's massive. That is so good from Artosis. Great play. Hajun's just too busy wiping out Artosis' main. I can understand that. I get it. Science vessel or science facility killed. Okay, that's... I don't know if there are any starports left either, to be honest with you. The supply block's gonna be problematic here real soon. Although, I don't know how much money he has to build stuff right now. He's building 3... Oh, I don't know about that. Building 4 more factories seems... When there's so little money left on the field. He didn't manage to take the top left, though, thanks to those hot irradiates. So maybe he's got enough money to support 4... No, he doesn't. He doesn't. There's not enough minerals left in here to support... Really be worth having 4 factories. And look, again, this is me coming at it from the perspective of someone who knows how many resources are left on the map. And I'm not incredibly stressed playing a game of StarCraft that's at the 44-minute mark against my most hated race, right? Did he Another recall top left! Oh my gosh, the SCV count was like 16. It's worse now. It's substantially worse now. Dude, the Archons continually getting EMP'd and then one-shot by everything is hilarious. This is continuing to happen here. 6 SCVs remain. But attacking into this seems real dicey, man. Yeah, Archon died, Zealot dead. Dragoons are the scary thing here, but the high ground tanks Putting in some of that work, baby. Top left base goes, and 400 minerals. Not really enough. Again, to support 4 factories. 1, 2, 3. Are these even going to be used? Too much to ask. Is what it is. Hey, look, more Arbiters are here, because of course there's more Arbiters here. EMP, beautiful, beautiful catch there, but there's no Goliaths in this mix. And we've discussed how bad Arbiters are at killing things, especially when they have no upgrades at all. 10 damage per shot with the slowest attack speed. Other than, I don't know, the siege tank, right? That's got to be it. The other slow attack in this game. Supply blocked into next week is Artosis. He's forced to use some of his very limited mineral resource to build more supply depots. That sucks. That really sucks. Hajun's back. He's going to take the precious, precious minerals, the only ones that are left in the whole game. And at this point in the game, Artosis is like, I can't build any Goliaths. I don't have an armory. Somebody in chat was donated and they were like, why aren't you building any Goliaths, you dummy? And he was like, I don't have an armory, but then he does. Look. We know because I saw that part in the YouTube video on Artosis' channel. This is where he says, this is the dumbest thing you're ever going to see, but I'm going to defensive matrix these SCVs to support them as they long distance mine. He came up with the idea, and before he did it, he was like, all right, guys, I'm warning you. I'm just warning ya. Whoa, he returned them into the refinery? Oh no, those had minerals in them. Ah, he just completely wiped out those minerals that he did so much work to get. Okay, that hurts. That hurts a lot. He still doesn't have a Goliath over here to deal with the, 4 Arbiters that exist at the moment. Ah, beautiful storms. Ow, ow. Defensive matrix on everything. The most of anything he has. Gonna radiate. High Templar irradiates are hot. EMP on that Archon, and then bam, tank fire. Takes it down. 6 kill siege tank. The long distance mining from both players is happening right now, which is friggin' hilarious. Sending a Vulture and dematrixing that guy to kill all these probes. It's 5 SCVs to 13 probes now. Dematrix on the Vulture. Ugh. Kept it alive for another few seconds there. Precious seconds there. Is he realizing that he has an armory yet? Is that longer than I thought it was? Or did I make an armory and it died and I was distracted by other stuff? Look at this! Since when does a Protoss army consist of Arbiters? That's it. That's all he's got. By that I mean he's got 2 Dragoons and some Arbiters. Look at this tank. Kill the High Templar. Kill the... Oh, just running is good. 2 Dragoons showed up. All right, scary stuff. And look, since when does most of a Terran army consist of science vessels? He's got 10. He has these science vessels, man. And a siege tank. No, they got inside the minimum attack range. EMP on the Dragoon, so they're easier to kill. Unsieges the siege tank to kill. Another defensive matrix comes in. EMP comes down again on the Arbiters to make sure they don't have any energy at all. One of the Dragoons does go down. The other Dragoon, is this the only attacking unit left? Oh, Spider Mines! Ah! Spider Mine kills it. Is that the only Dragoon left for Hajun? He has a High Templar back here. That's pretty hot stuff. He's got these Arbiters, which is nice too. Does he have any Dragoons? He's making 2 more Dragoons with the money he's getting from long distance mining from this top left-hand corner base. Okay, he's out of Dragoons, but he's making more of them. Amazing. Dude, this High Templar back here, so hidden. Not enough energy for anything, but he's hiding. This is... When's the last time you saw something like this? Just 4 Arbiters casually hanging out over a tank. Artosis is making another SCV. Look at this. Look at this D-Matrix SCV here, taking hits to the face, tanking him like a boss. Yeah, you go, man. You go, little dude. You, this time, return the minerals. Don't go into a refinery. It's right here. Okay, good. He made it. Nope. Nope. Actually got to return them, buddy. There you go. There you go. 5 SCVs to 10 probes. Doesn't seem ideal at the moment. Ooh. There! He's building a Goliath! Yay! He knows he has an armory. Let's go. It's 4 Arbiters, though, man. Oh, and he irradiates the High Templar, who might as well toss down a storm. Okay, he does. He throws down a storm and gets some damage done anyway. It's fine. Not the best thing in the world, but it's okay. And 2 more SCVs. Critically and crucially. 3 more SCVs. Critically and crucially make it back in for more of the minerals. All right, so there it is. The Goliath is like, bring it on. I haven't had anything to hit you in 10 minutes. Let's go. Defensive Matrix, the Goliath. It can fight these dragoons and all of those arbiters by itself. Sure. This tank's been healed up. He's got, let's go. Let's go, tank. Let's go, Goliath. Let's go extremely long range on the camera boost attack, of course. Let's kill some of these probes while we're in this area. That seems good, too. Yeah, I think he can siege up the tank here and use the Goliath to keep the arbiters off. Beautiful EMPs. Again, these guys cannot stasis anything. Oh, this guy might soon. Watch out for him. And just, okay, came in to get eaten, I guess. That was just bad, sloppy control from Hajun. Obs gets killed too big. Anything that dies right now is big. They have 26 supply apiece. Okay? So anything that dies is massive. What is this? Where did this guy go? And where is he coming from? And what's he doing out here? Nobody rightly knows, that's for sure. Okay, 52 minutes into this game. We're at 26 supply apiece. It's 2 dragoons that were made fairly recently. They have full upgrades. Arbiters have a +3 shield upgrade and nothing else. Science vessels don't have armor upgrades, and the tank and the Goliath are happily at 3/3 upgrades. Are they though? Hold on. Nope, just the 2. Man, would it be nice to have 3 right now? Does the math make sense for them to have 3 right now? Did he just recall up here or walk up here? I don't know. These 2 dragoons, though, they are buddy cops on a mission. A mission to kill every building the Terran player has. And maybe some other SCVs too. Oh, there are minerals in that guy's hand. Oh, but look at this. Look at this. Artosis trying to float the command center up to the top left to get the remaining, like, 300 minerals that are left up there, which at this stage seems like a king's ransom. Arbiter taking shots. Get out of here, dragoons. You're outnumbered by my D-Matrix tank and Goliath. Ooh, again, snipe on the obs. Anything that dies is big here. Oh, he made 2 more zealots. No! Did he kill the Goliath? Was there a Goliath down here, or was it a tank? Either way, that's not good. I'm trying to kill this SCV with your Irradiate. Okay, that was kind of a sick move, actually. Wow. Gets another SCV with Irradiate. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Bam. Arbiters and Dragoons working together, killing another science vessel. Remember when there were like 10 science vessels? What happened to those guys? It's been a crazy game. Actually, we still have 8. 8's a good number. But it's just, it's Arbiter science vessel all day right now. And the science vessels can directly counter the Arbiters by stasising them, especially if they keep clumping up, or EMPing them, especially if they keep clumping up like this. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Got an EMP off, but lost the science vessel. We're down to 7. 7, baby. Where'd that command center go? Oh, it came back down? Maybe? He's just long distance mining with his one SCV. Comes in from an unexpected angle, gets some shots off. Okay, okay. Any shots off on a Terran unit, they're not getting repaired, I don't think. Good obs snipe, though. Man, that hurts. It's so much harder to scout if you don't have an obs cruising around. Every shot you take from a Goliath is really damaging too, though, man. Now watch out for that one. Scanning high ground. What a stupid, intense situation here. Double D-Matrix is back on the menu, boys. Sieging up. Nothing really to hit over here. Hajun kind of hiding down this way a bit. Probe. Can't engage. Dragoons are like, okay, if we need to beat this guy, we have to kill all of his buildings, right? That's how this works. I've got an Arbiter, so he can't float his buildings and hide them from me. So that's good. What is this probe doing? I don't know. He's dead now. There's 6 more where that one came from. Don't worry about it. Again, just fast. Dragoons are fast. Arbiters can abuse, you know, being able to fly, whereas tanks and Goliaths can't. Oh, he's chasing him down. Hajun not... Okay, Hajun is not running. Another EMP, but another science vessel dies. Is this tank firing? Oh, he gets stasis. Ah, the stasis on the tank. This Goliath. D-Matrix him. There are so many science vessels. There we go. One of them had enough energy for a defensive matrix here. Fighting, fighting. Big hits, big hits. Taking this Goliath. This Goliath to the max as it tries to kill these Dragoons. Pulls back before it takes any hull damage. This one's been real injured, though. Focus firing that one would be great. And we're back. We're back to long distance mining up here in the top left. Oh my gosh. No. So again, to take stock, it's 2 Arbiters and 2 Dragoons versus a Goliath and a siege tank and 4 science vessels. Taking stock of where we are, the spellcaster advantage goes to Artosis. EMP, look at the split there. Ooh, siege, the siege tank, get a Dragoon, got a Dragoon! Huge! Huge, 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 huge. Dragoon is dead. Oh, there's only 1 remaining, and it's already severely injured. He has to flee. He has to flee from this. Man, edge of your seat action here from both players. Both players, APM in it. I mean, Dan, just 220 APM here. In a situation where he's controlling, you know, 2 units. Sneaking a science vessel down to the south. That might come around for some sneakiness. Ah! The final SCV gets sniped! He has enough money to build another one, though. He can build another SCV with the 55 minerals he has in the bank at the moment. 55, man. D-Matrix Goliath for the win. Where's that tank? He's over here. A little vulnerable. Get it. Get it. Or killing a probe is fine, too. I don't know why Hajun's like... probes are worthless to me. Oh, look! But he doesn't have any SCVs. He's making one! He's making an SCV. Let's go! Let's go! Can he protect it? He's got a tank set up. He's got a Goliath. EMP is good again. Ooh, gets another Arbiter. Hot! Anything that dies. This one, too! Oh, where did they get... What? Where'd he get another... The long distance mining, though! Ah, science vessel dies! Arbiter dies! Ah, against the Arbiter! Is that it? Is that it for Arbiters? Oh, no, the Goliath died! Ah! The final SCV is dead, too! Oh my gosh! No! There's only 1 science vessel remaining, and it has 19 HP. And this tank's gonna come out of stasis unable to fire on these 2 dragoons. He's got to dart in here and dematrix this thing as soon as the stasis wears off. He's trying to time it. There it is. There it is. Get it. Dematrix unsiege. Let's go. Siege tank versus dragoons. Who will come out on top? I don't know, man. But the dragoons are faster than the tank is. Ah, they sniped the... Oh, there's 2 science vessels. Okay. Well, there was 2 science vessels. There's 1 right now. Oh. Ah, got 1. Got 1. Oh, the micro. 1 more hit. Or like a spider mine, maybe. Hajun at 6 supply. Artosis at 4 supply. The long distance mining continues. It continues. Probes getting sniped by the cannon shots. Very nice. This tank casually has 16 kills. All right, all right. No! The dragoon wasn't paying attention and the tank sniped it! Victory! 17 kills. Terran siege tank here, man. And that's it. There's a probe running around. There's no more dragoons anywhere. There are no more arbiters, no zealots. No money for Hajun. He's got 49 minerals somehow. I guess through canceling buildings. How else does Protoss do that? And the probe says, I can do this. I can do it. If there were cannons, I couldn't do it, but I can do this. So it's base race. It's the slowest base race in the history of StarCraft right now. But it's literally a siege tank versus a probe versus a million cannons. Insane. So I will tell you, at this point in the game, Artosis looked at his stream and said, guys, I gotta go. He had an appointment to fulfill. So he's like, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring the tank over here. Well, I'm going to chase the probe for a minute, but probes are zippy. You're not going to catch that guy. I'm going to take the tank over here. And if the probe tries to approach these minerals, it will die. And it can't kill the tank either because it has too much HP and too much firepower, and 1 probe's not going to do anything. I guess soon he gets to that point, right? I'm not even sure what Hajun's trying to do right now. Siege tank doing siege tanky things, trying to kill all of the numerous Protoss buildings that still exist in this game. And he can kill them all. He still has his science vessel. Artosis says, I will die before I leave this game. Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's an insane scenario. Goodbye, says Hajun. It reminds me of Skillet Master versus Arakaka. I think that's who they are. One of the Gosu games that I cast a couple years ago now. But if you want another game similar to this, where it's down to the absolute wire, like 1 unit left type stuff, let me know. I'll put a link to it in the description. I'll reply to your comment with a link to that game. Because again, I reply to everyone, or don't reply, I read everyone's comments that are ever made on any of my videos, okay? People have been questioning me about it. It's true, I do. I don't get enough, that's the trick is, I don't get enough comments that I can't do it, okay? I'm not saying I'm like super powered or anything. If I was getting 10,000 comments an hour, there's no way I could keep up. Like some of these YouTube channels, you just can't, right? I remember watching like a Twitter video that somebody posted of somebody was hanging out with somebody famous, and they tweeted something, the famous person did, and then their phone just blew up. It was just scrolling notifications of people replying and hearting and retweeting. Just can't possibly read all of that, you know? I get it. But that's not me, and that's okay. Truly incredible stuff. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I think we're gonna speed it up a bit. Look at this probe. He's just casually attacking missile turrets until they're into burning, and then he moves on to the next building. And that's the thing, you could kind of do it, right? Except these buildings are floating, so never mind, you can't. Yeah, so the Protoss can't win this game because, ironically enough, floating buildings, which we talked about earlier. Terran can float. If you don't have anything that can kill floating buildings, you're gonna lose. You can't win. Oh, where is it? He's like, where is everything? I know the tank's up there because he's been killing my stuff, he says. This is a nice group of things I can kill. Excellent. Anyway, so basically what happens here is Artosis ends up setting up and leaving the game. By that I mean leaving the game running, but he gets up from his computer and leaves for like an hour and a half. And then we'll get to what happens here in just a minute. Yeah, too bad these guys aren't susceptible to irradiate. Little robots. Yeah, I really thought it was about this point that Artosis was like, I'm just going to go park. Because he knows. He's been scanning as soon as he gets energy to do so. He's been scanning every base. He knows there's not a hidden dragoon or a zealot somewhere on the map that's going to come catch him by surprise, right? A casual 31 kill siege tank. Don't mind him. He's just a hero. Is he hunting? I think he's out hunting this probe. He might have trapped it, actually. The probe's in the main base, and there's only one exit from this. Oh, he scans it. He knows where it is. He's coming down. He's like, did he leave? Did he leave? Did he come out? No. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. He EMPs it. And the tank's here. And he's running. Oh, probe down. Hajun. Holy smokes, Hajun says. That's my last unit. I have 0 supply. He has 200 available. And 0 total supply. Get out, please, says Artosis, being very polite about this, mind you. Come on, Artosis, we're doing the thing here. Yeah, that's it. So the Protoss is dead. All right, so fine. So in a nutshell, what happens is Artosis leaves, and then he comes back from his appointment, and the Protoss has disconnect hacked him. So the Protoss goes back to a disconnect screen. Yeah, this is it. So this is where he parks, not in siege mode, with the science vessel over it, just in case there's a unit out there that he has been incredibly well hidden by Hajun, right? Yeah, so the Protoss, I guess, equally gets up from his computer and leaves the game. And then we just kind of have, because the Protoss refuses to leave, Artosis has a tank left with 79 HP and 37 kills. And a science vessel, which can't kill buildings. Science vessel alone is not enough to win this game. There is no draw condition in Brood War. I think some StarCraft 2 fans were watching and they were like, is there a draw condition? Nope. Draw condition was introduced in StarCraft 2, which is kind of nice, actually, for situations like this. But yeah, I'm just going to go... I want to see how long it was. Artosis said that the Protoss let the game run, just like he did, for about 25 minutes. And then did the disconnect thing, and I'm curious to see what that does. And that's it. Artosis showed the screen on his YouTube video, and it was a disconnect. It wasn't a leave. So Hajun didn't get a loss for this. Amazing. Like, truly amazing PvT. Just one of the most entertaining, craziest PvTs I've ever cast. I'm epic tagging it, and I just don't think you can disagree with me on this. I believe Artosis' own title is literally just epic. That's it. He doesn't say what the matchup is. He doesn't say anything else about it, but he says epic. Amazing. Amazing. And I mean, getting that one Goliath out was massive. Without that, I think that turns into a Hajun win for sure. The constant dematrixing and the irradiates and the EMPs, Science Vessels were the MVP of this match. They just were, in a way that Science Vessels have not been the MVP of a match to this level in a game I've ever seen before. They're good. They're always good. But the way that it was dematrixing SCVs so he could mine with them, and tanks so they would survive, you know, dealing with 3 dragoons by himself, and just so entertaining. So end of the day, look at this, look at this, look at this score, 376,000 points to 376,000 points. It's 500 point difference in this match. That's how close this was. And who actually had the higher score today? Yeah, Hajun had a higher score and lost. That's funny. Artosis killed more units and produced more units than the Protoss and lost fewer units. So that, you know, it makes sense. Protoss outmined him, obviously, here too. Yeah, by about, my goodness, 35,000 resources. That's a lot. Hajun threw away a lot of units on recalls that I'm not sure paid for themselves, but man, they were definitely very annoying. Like, definitely. Wow. All right. So, I mean, I don't... what else do you say about that? It's an epic PvT. It's Artosis, which is awesome. I'm so blown away by this game. I gotta name drop this guy. Who suggested this game for me? Because they weren't wrong. When you guys say there's an Artosis game you should cast, you're never wrong about it. I'm never like, yeah, well, we'll look at it and we'll see. Nope. No. I can't see her name, man, but it's Jerone, I think. Thank you, Jerone, for suggesting that. Much appreciated. All right, good. I got nothing else to say here, so that's going to be it for me today. This is Ben, Falcon Paladin, coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care, ears.